joined the school on the 1st of June 2017. And I'm going to give a bit of the background of the school. The school was actually formed on the 4th of December 1974. So this is our school, the main admin block. And those are one of our grade 1 classes. We're one of educators. We actually have 32 staff educators, 2 administrators, and 5 general workers. And the school has grown ever since I've arrived. In 2017, we had a roll of about 1,089 learners. To date, we are having about 1,265 learners. So we are running from grade R to grade 7. The challenges, if I may just indicate a bit, when I arrived at the school was actually a highly challenging school in terms of management and the SGB being apart in terms of running the school. Parents were put on the other side, the SMT was put on the other side. You understand, when 2 bulls are on the kraal, the grass, there's one that suffers. So learners were actually found wanting. So I managed to be able to pull everyone together through the program PFP. So Terry, like Tina said, really this was a very, very lonely journey. But when I found this, he's actually a brother to me. But when he came on board, and Tina, when he introduced him to me, he's actually the first one who arrived at school. And we clicked before Tina actually introduced ourselves. So he found us actually already discussing everything and the likes. So I'll hand it over to him, maybe a bit to introduce himself.
Yeah, so I'm Terry. I've been with Famous Brands for about 13 years, and I mean, for me, it's been a privilege to be in this partnership with Lorata. And very importantly for me, it's been a very humbling experience. I thought, we had a tough job in corporate South Africa, but, try being a principal of a school where you have limited resources, limited support. And obviously, one of the most valuable assets that we currently have in the country, the education of our children. I've lots of respect for Lorata. The values and the dedication that he has both to the school and to his family is really laudable. And he's done a fantastic job in terms of really instilling those values in the school.
Thank you very much, Terry. The relationship between Terry was, when the school was actually disorganized, the first thing that came to our mind was to come up with a vision of the school. Because everybody didn't know where to go, why they are there. So Terry assisted a lot in developing the vision. He actually made some inputs into developing our current vision and mission of the school, and also contributed in having our 5 values in our school. And the first, which is the top of our values in our school, is respect. Everybody knows that we respect one another, respect their job. Even their learners, they respect education. So that was one of the values that they know they upheld. Now, we'll go through some of the contributions that and some of the journey that we have went through with Terry. Looking at the performance of our learners, mathematics was the most challenging subject, whereby when we met and sat down with Terry, said, how can we address this? Because my colleagues will know, the Department of Education will actually judge you on the performance of our grade 3 and grade 6, mathematics and English. So with the mathematics, we came up with the ideas that how about we come up with the mathematics floor games, which we call the maths murals. So Terry brought everybody from Famous Brands. Maybe just speak through a second.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing for us that we wanted to do is we knew the challenges in terms of what we had discussed. So as Lorata had mentioned, the focus was on the students at the end of the day. And for us, it was about strategic thinking, mathematics, and very importantly, involving the learners in the process. So even if they weren't actually doing the activity, they could watch and learn through the process. So we put 4 games into place. The first game was hopscotch, which I think everyone understands, which was for the development phase learners. Then we put pebble maths into play, which was really for the development and middle phase learners. And then our third game was chess and checkers, obviously from a strategic perspective, and that was more for the middle to senior learners. And then the last game was Math Master, which was really kind of advanced maths for the senior phase learners. So Lorata is going to tell you a little bit more in terms of how the learners interact with these games and the benefits coming out of the games.
Yeah, but I must indicate these games are actually a blessing to our school. Unfortunately, they are also a headache because learners are fighting to take part into them. So this was some of the games, and they are being strategically being drawn within the school because in the foundation phase we are having your hopscotch and your pebble maths, and then on the higher grades we have gotten our chess and also your maths master. And the most famous one is the chess one because I get a lot of challenges from the grade 7s. They even challenge me during break to go and play with them. So that is the team from Famous Brand. And I must indicate, this we have incorporated these games into our ATPs and also the mathematics on a daily basis, whereby we integrate with the basic operational science. It actually assists a lot to the learners to be able to start counting and also adding numbers. So learners are also falling in love with numbers.
Something close to my heart is this, business. Exposing learners to seeing what business is all about and understanding what is possible in the context of what they learn in theory. Lorata was very supportive in terms of getting his top learners to come and tend a day with us on a business field trip, just to kind of see the behind the scenes in terms of how business operates. And what an honor to host these top learners that were excited about learning about how business works. And we managed to put them through kind of 4 key areas of the business, from manufacturing to customer service, to health and hygiene, and all the elements that make a Debonair's pizza work in this instance. This is such a simple initiative to do for anyone, I think, in terms of being able to expose learners to this type of thing. And Lorata and I have agreed that every single year this is going to be on the agenda.
Yes, and I must indicate the excitement that was there on that day. Learners actually understood now how do they get to get a product, the final pizza, how it gets to be done. So on that day they got to do on their own pizzas. Like Terry indicated, the first part was mixing the dough, understanding the temperature of the room, and also serving the customers, putting through the process up until seeing the driver, following the driver on the track, delivering the pizza. I do understand that everybody knows that the Debonairs must still owe me on the rate. If it's cold, get it for free. They understood that process. So when they got back to the school, the one thing that they made in their presentation was that one day they are not going to work for any business, but they are going to own businesses.
So there you go, Soul Brothers. So we even ended up working. We're just going to end off now. So, for me, as I look back in terms of PFP, I could talk about the courses in terms of time to think and building communities. Lorata and I had a great partnership over this year, but in truth, the real value for me was I was humbled through this process. And as business people, we think we're hotshots. We think we make a difference in the world. But truth be told, it pales in terms of what the principals do for us in terms of the immense responsibility they have around educating our children and leading the educators that do their job. Lorata continues to lead the team there and do a great job. It's been inspiring and humble to see him perform his job and do a great job with it. A year, unfortunately, is not enough. So, this partnership is going to continue. So let me hand over to Lorata just to close off.
Yeah, for me, TFP, meeting the program, the colleagues, and also the business people, and Dina, thank you very much for understanding. But above all, my brother, thank you for understanding, and thank you then for being there. And this morning when I was actually coming here, I got a call that there was a burglary attempt in school. He understood that I had to start there to check. Fortunately, there was nothing much. But thank you very much for understanding. And I know we're still going to continue going forward. Thank you. Thank you.